Okay, so many of you saw my first video, which was the hog tube, on how to build a hog tube, to bring those hogs in, give them something to push around, and reward them for their time. And I got a ton of comments. I mean, a bunch of comments. And the great thing about it is the comments gave me so many good ideas on what to do to build an even better hog tube. So this is Hog Tube 2.0. And anyway, so let's talk about what we need to make this advanced model for our hog tube. One, we need our SDR35 pipe. This is it right here. This is not a pressure pipe. It is PVC, which is polyvinyl chloride, but it is not a pressure pipe. This is actually a drain pipe. This is SDR, standard dimensional ratio, SDR35. It is 6-inch diameter. This pipe here you're not gonna really find, you probably won't find it in any of the box stores. But if you go to any of the plumbing supply houses, you can find it for sure. They keep that stuff in stock. The other things we need are, we need a cap, right? We got to cap off one end. So we got that 6-inch sewer, not Schedule 40, sewer PVC 6-inch cap. Clean out adapter, right? So we got a clean out adapter. We got a plug, 6-inch sewer, again, not pressure, PVC clean out adapter. Then cowbells, and I'll show you, this is someone's idea. I thought it was pretty brilliant. Anyway, so we're going to do the whole cowbell thing, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. Screws, right? Gonna go with screws. That was another one of the suggestions I got. Instead of gluing it together, screw it. Because what happens is, if by chance, may or may not happen to you, it's happened to me a couple of times, where if you went with a longer cable or you chain to tether it to the T-post, they'll get it hung up on that after a while, and then when they push the pipe, it cracks and busts off the end. And when that happens, you have to cut off the end. Now your pipe is shorter, which is not good, and I'll tell you that why here in just a second. Makes your pipe shorter, and then you got to put it all back together. But if you screw it on, then if it does break the fitting, you can then just put a new fitting on without having to cut your pipe down, because you can just pop it off and then re-screw it back on. And then the other thing, another suggestion was to go with a U-bolt instead of an I-bolt. Because one of the issues I was having with the I-bolt was that as they was rolling it around, it would literally unscrew the nut on the inside of the pipe. And because I glued it on, to reattach it was a major ordeal. I mean, literally you have to have lots of extensions, a couple of people to help me. But if you go with an U-bolt instead of an I-bolt, that's not gonna happen. Plus, we're going to screw the cap on instead of glue it on. You need your ring, right? Now you can get these at a box store or a tack house or some kind of place like that with a swivel and then a carabiner or something like that to attach it. And then I always recommend a little bit of Loctite, right? Just on there, because you don't want this stuff coming off. Because if they get it loose, they'll push it to where you don't. I mean, I've had them where my I-bolt came loose, and they pushed the tube. It took me like 4 hours to find it. It was like 500 yards away. I don't know where they were taking it, but they just kept pushing it until it ran out of corn. So anyway, so I'm going to throw all this together for you guys, and then we'll see what we come up with. Hang on just a second. So I got my clean out plug, right? And so I attached this bell onto it. It's just a little cowbell. I got it off of Amazon. Really cheap, inexpensive. And then on my cap, I put some cowbells too in addition to my okay, I did this wrong. I need to go back and fix it. I see you pick up your hammer, swing away, working for the man next door. Well, I said working for the man next door. So, yeah, I'm not as smart as I look. Anyway, so kibble goes on your U-bolt and leaves the ring to go on your T-post. So I had to reverse it. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, so now I got it right. And the thing about cowbells is this, again, this is a suggestion from one of the people that saw the first tube was, put some bells on it. So let's just say, I get it. You know, some of us, you out in your deer blind, you may fall asleep. And of course, this will wake you up as soon as they start rolling it. The bells start ringing. Other thing is like, I keep one, geez, it's about 300 yards from the cabin. So maybe 400 yards. But anyways, I could hear that. I could hear that from there. And I would know, hey, there's some hogs at the hog tube. And I've got a path actually that takes me around to the back of the blind. So I would be able to sneak into the blind while they're busy with the hog tube and get a shot off if I can. So anyways, so we got these all ready to go. So I'll need to put them on the pipe. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so now we got the caps on, and we need to drill some holes. Now, typically I use a 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch is a good size because it drops just a couple of kernels of corn every time the hog rolls it past the hole, so you don't go through too much corn too fast. So, and then just put them randomly on the tube, you know, just so they're just everywhere. Get them working the whole tube. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so we've got it all put together, and now we gotta go install it. So why don't you ride over there with me? We'll set this thing up, fill it with some corn, and see what we can find.
Jones, you don't take no guff no more. I said, Charlie Jones, you don't take no guff no more. Well, pick up your hammer, swing away.
Now we gotta get this thing filled up with corn. So, the one thing I mentioned in my first video that I still stand by because I really feel like it works well is put some kind of hog attractant in there. I mean, they're gonna find this corn anyways, and after a while, they just come to it. Then they get on a rotation around the property, and then they kind of seek this one out every time they're through the area. So I put a little bit of that in there, and then I fill it with corn. Spill it everywhere. Anyway, do we put some more of this in there? All right. Now we put some more corn. A little bit more of this stuff. Got this Hog Wild stuff. This is great. You put it in there. It actually smells really good. I mean, it smells like berries. I feel like I could put it on my cereal. And then the last bit of corn. Okay, so we're full. And that's almost the whole bag. And God, I feel like I'm short. Because the pipe is cut to 63 inches. And if you want to know why I did 63 inches, it is because that's pretty much exactly what 50-pound bag of corn will fit in, 63 inches. So I'm actually like 6 foot, but okay. Anyway, so put our cap on, get some of that hog attractant out of the thread so it doesn't gum it up. Tighten it on down.
Well, I said working for the man next door.
Got it.
Yeah, Charlie Jones, you know.
The hogs, they're gonna push this around. It's gonna make all kinds of noise. I'm sure I'll be sleeping over there in my deer blind, and this will wake me up, and I'll know, hey, I'm gonna shoot a hog. So there we go. Hog Tube 2.0, and yeah, so I gotta set a camera up and get going. We got it. All right, we gotta put this trail camera up. So I got my trail camera, and so I'm gonna put it up facing that. I have one of these cool little deals that go onto a T-post. And anyway, so I can screw that on here. The thing about it is, what I've always been told is you need your trail camera facing south, right? No, facing north. Trail camera facing north, so that you don't get a lot of the glare of the sun and stuff like that. I don't know if that's right or not. If you know any different, please tell me. Any suggestions would be welcome. And snug this up. There we go. We get it pointing right at our hog tube. I'm gonna tighten that. Okay, so we're good. So yeah, any suggestions on the trail camera? Man, I'd really appreciate it, because I'm just trying to figure all this stuff out. Put it in the comments below. See if we got batteries. It's coming on. We got batteries. We're good. All right, got a card. Hey, and something else is, you know, the first one I made was the hog tube, right? And so now I'm trying to figure this one out. So like, what am I gonna call this thing? So, I don't know. So if you got any suggestions what we could call this thing, I need a cool name for it. And I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out with that. And yeah, and then any suggestions, any way we can improve this hog tube, right? Because we can go 3.0, right? I'll be more than happy to build another one of these, because I really get a kick out of it. So there we go. Go hogs, and happy hunting.